Hi, I'm Jasper, and let me tell you what happened during last Thanksgiving, the day that changed everything in our family. I've always been decent at school, not perfect, but I work hard. The college entrance exam, though, that really threw me for a loop. Hey, sweetie, you ready to head over to Aunt Caroline's? Do we have to go, Mom? I was sitting on my bed, dreading the whole thing. Sarah, is Jasper still moping up there? My sister Emma called from downstairs. Come on, bro, even I'm ready before you. I could already picture my cousin Marcus waiting there, ready to start his usual show. Last time I saw him, he wouldn't shut up about his perfect SAT scores. The drive to Aunt Caroline's was quiet, except for Emma trying to cheer me up with her terrible jokes. Look who finally decided to join us. Marcus was standing in the doorway, that smug smile plastered on his face. How's the future college dropout doing? Marcus, enough. Uncle Pete walked up behind him, but you could tell he was proud of his son's academic achievements. The house was packed with relatives, all asking the same questions. Where are you applying, Jasper? What are your backup schools? I kept moving from room to room, trying to avoid the conversations. Hey, pass the potatoes, Marcus called out during dinner. Unless you can't pass those either, like your entrance exams. Marcus! Aunt Caroline shot him a look, but he just shrugged. Emma squeezed my hand under the table. Just ignore him. No, let's talk about it, Marcus continued, putting down his fork. I mean, everyone's thinking it. How does it feel to be the family disappointment? Mom stood up. That's enough. Sarah, sit down. Uncle Pete tried to calm things. Why should I? Your son's been taking shots at Jasper all night. I'm just being honest. Marcus leaned back in his chair. Some of us actually have standards. Remember when we were kids, Jasper? You used to say you'd be a doctor. Guess that's not happening now, huh? The table went silent. I could feel everyone's eyes on me. At least I didn't have Daddy buy my way into every opportunity, I muttered. Marcus's face turned red. What did you just say? Jasper, maybe we should go, Mom started, but Marcus wasn't done. No, let him speak. Not my fault some of us actually know how to succeed. Hey, everyone, he stood up, raising his voice. Did you know Jasper couldn't even break 1,000 on his SATs, and he wants to talk about my achievements? I pushed back from the table, my chair scraping loudly against the floor. Emma tried to grab my arm, but I was already heading for the door. Behind me, I could hear the chaos erupting, Mom and Uncle Pete arguing, Aunt Caroline trying to restore order, and Marcus's laugh cutting through it all. That was the moment I decided. Enough was enough. Marcus wanted to play games? Fine, let's play. I couldn't sleep that night, scrolling through Marcus's social media when something caught my eye. His college application essay, the one he kept bragging about, looked oddly familiar. Emma, check this out. I showed her the screen at breakfast. This paragraph, I swear I've seen it before. Holy cow, Jasper, that's word for word from that Harvard admission essay website. We spent the next week digging deeper. Emma had this friend in the school office who owed her a favor. You won't believe what I found in the records, she burst into my room waving some papers. His SAT scores changed 3 times in the system. Kids, David's here, Mom called from downstairs. David, our family friend and guidance counselor, had known us since elementary school. Something feels off about Marcus's academic record. He sat down with us in the living room. I've been doing this job for 20 years. Those numbers don't add up. What do you mean? His test scores jumped 400 points between attempts. That's unusual. And I've had 3 students complain about him threatening to expose their learning disabilities if they didn't help him cheat. Emma pulled out her laptop. Look what else we found. He's been running a side business selling essays. That's not all. I showed David the screenshots. He's been blackmailing cousin Rachel about her dyslexia, saying he'll tell everyone she's too stupid for college unless she keeps quiet about his cheating. Remember Tom? Emma chimed in. He transferred schools after Marcus spread rumors about him getting extra time on tests. David leaned forward. This is serious. Those essays he submitted, I'm pretty sure they're plagiarized. My phone buzzed. Marcus was bragging in the family group chat again about his natural intelligence. What a joke, Emma rolled her eyes. Oh wait, Jasper, isn't that Uncle Pete's office computer in the background? I zoomed in on the photo. There it was, his dad's computer with college admission emails clearly visible. Give me a minute, Emma typed furiously. I might be able to… Got it. His phone's backing up to the cloud. Dad taught me this trick. We watched as files populated the screen. Applications, edited test scores, emails to essay writing services. Look at this, Emma pointed. He's got a whole folder of blackmail material on other students. And threatening messages to the IT guy at his school, I added. The final piece dropped when Marcus's recent photos loaded. There he was, clearly visible in the testing center bathroom during his last SAT, phone in hand with the test answers on screen. "Got you," I whispered, downloading everything. The evidence was overwhelming. Altered transcripts, plagiarized essays, blackmail, bought test scores. "Jasper," David looked concerned. "What are you planning to do with all this?" "The family reunion's next week. Marcus wants to talk about academic achievement. Let's give him a chance to explain these achievements to everyone." Emma grinned. "This is going to be good." "The reunion's tomorrow. You ready for this?" Emma spread the documents across my bed. We'd spent weeks organizing everything perfectly. "Almost." David dropped these off. I pulled out a stack of official records. "Look at the timestamp on Marcus's SAT registration versus when he submitted his scores. 4 hours difference? That's impossible unless he never actually took the test. Check this out. Security footage from the testing center shows him leaving after 20 minutes. Mom knocked on the door. "Kids, can we talk?" "There's something you should know about Marcus." She sat down heavily. "When you were in middle school, he threatened to tell everyone about your anxiety attacks if I didn't convince your teachers to let him copy your assignments." "What? Why didn't you tell me?" "I was trying to keep the peace with Uncle Pete, but after what happened at Thanksgiving, I'm done protecting him." My phone buzzed. A text from cousin Rachel. "Marcus just called me freaking out. He knows something's up." "Good," Emma smirked. "Let him sweat." Another message popped up, this time from Uncle Pete. "Jasper, been hearing some concerning things about Marcus's college applications. Can we talk privately?" "He's starting to figure it out," I showed Emma the text. "David said he was asking questions at the school board meeting yesterday." "Your attention, everyone!" Marcus's voice boomed through the family group chat. "Just got accepted to another honors program. Can't wait to share the details tomorrow." "Yeah, let's talk about those details," I muttered, adding the final touches to our presentation. The next morning we arrived early to set up. Uncle Pete pulled me aside immediately. "Those application essays, did Marcus really write those? Why don't you ask him yourself? He's about to give us quite a speech." The house filled up quickly. Marcus strutted around, bragging about his latest achievements. "My son, the academic star," Uncle Pete announced, but his voice wavered slightly. "Speaking of academic achievements," Emma whispered, "everything's ready in the living room." Marcus caught my eye across the room, his confident smile flickering for a moment. "Time for the family photo," Aunt Caroline called everyone together. "And then," Marcus puffed up his chest, "I'd like to make a special announcement about my university plans." Perfect timing. I nodded to Emma, who quietly connected her laptop to the TV. "You okay?" David appeared beside us. "Once this starts?" "I've never been better. Hey, Marcus," I raised my voice. "Before your announcement, I've got something interesting to share with everyone." His face went pale as he spotted his own emails filling the screen behind him. "What's going on?" Uncle Pete stepped forward, squinting at the display. "Oh, just a little presentation about academic integrity," I smiled, watching Marcus start to squirm. "Everyone, if you could take your seats." The room grew quiet as family members settled in, all eyes moving between the screen, Marcus's rapidly paling face, and me. "Let's talk about what real academic achievement looks like, shall we?" "Let's start with these emails." I clicked through the slides while Marcus stood frozen. "Here's one to an essay writing service, dated 3 days before your award-winning application was submitted." That's not," Marcus stammered. "Oh, and here's your payment receipt. Interesting how it matches Uncle Pete's credit card statement." "What?" Uncle Pete grabbed the papers from my hand. "You used my card for this?" "And these messages to the IT guy. What was it? $200 to change your test scores? You little—" Marcus lunged forward, but Emma was faster, switching to the testing center footage. "Is that you, leaving 20 minutes into the SAT, the same test you scored perfect on?" The room erupted. Aunt Caroline gasped. Relatives started murmuring, phones coming out to record everything. "David, care to share what the testing board said about these discrepancies?" "The investigation's already started. All his scores have been invalidated." "You're lying," Marcus screamed, his face contorted. "This is just because you're jealous. You couldn't get into a decent school, so you're trying to ruin my life." "Actually," Emma pulled up more screenshots. "Let's talk about who's been ruining lives. Remember Rachel? Tom? All those kids you blackmailed?" Uncle Pete slumped into a chair. "All those times you said you were studying late? You were threatening other students?" "Dad, they're making this up. I earned everything I got." "Like you earned this?" I played the audio recording. Marcus's voice filled the room, threatening Rachel about her dyslexia. The university's email popped up on screen next. Due to evidence of academic dishonesty, your acceptance and scholarship have been rescinded. No, no, no! Marcus knocked over a lamp, advancing toward me. You planned this whole thing. Back off! Mom stepped between us. Touch my son and I'm calling the police. Pete, Aunt Caroline touched her brother's shoulder. I think you need to get him help. 6 months later, I walked across the stage at community college, accepting my Dean's List certificate. My perfect 4.0 GPA was hard-earned, every assignment done myself, every test taken honestly. Proud of you, kid, David hugged me after the ceremony. By the way, heard Marcus got caught cheating again at his backup school. He's on academic probation now. Where's he living? Emma asked. Uncle Pete's basement. No college would take him after the investigation went public. He's working at the gas station now. Speaking of Pete, Mom joined us. He called to apologize again, said he should have seen the signs years ago. Too late for apologies. I watched my actual acceptance letters arrive. 3 universities, all offering scholarships. Some things you just can't fix. Ready for the celebration dinner? Emma linked her arm through mine. You earned this, for real. Walking out into the sunshine, I couldn't help but smile. Sometimes karma works in perfect ways. What would you do if you discovered someone in your family was not only cheating their way to success, but also bullying and blackmailing others to keep their secrets? Would you expose them publicly like Jasper did, or handle it differently? Share your thoughts in the comments. I'm really interested to hear your perspective on family loyalty versus doing what's right. Has anyone experienced something similar? If you enjoyed this story of justice served, hit that like button and subscribe for more real stories about standing up to toxic people. New stories every week.